People routinely ask me, if I buy a home in this historic district, how will my work on the house be restricted by historic rules or regulations? And the simple answer is you won't be restricted at all. There are different kinds of historic districts, and the only kind that Noblesville has are National Register of Historic Places districts. And those simply gather the historic information about the neighborhood, archive it with the federal government, but otherwise, the only restrictions that actually exist for cities, counties, the state, and the federal government, and it only restricts the use of federal dollars. So let's say, for instance, that the city was going to undertake a road project in this neighborhood using federal matching dollars that would heavily impact the neighborhood, maybe result in the demolition of houses. They would have to do an impact study, and if the study found that they were negatively impacting the historic fabric of the neighborhood, only then would they be stopped from what they're doing. But that's not a restriction for a homeowner. Actually, if you wanted to remove a historic front porch or some other aspect of your house, the only rules you have to follow in Noblesville are whatever the basic zoning codes are that apply to anyone, anywhere in town, whether they're in the district or outside of the districts. There is an ordinance that was passed a couple years ago in Noblesville that I participated in creating that restricted the demolition of properties within a certain corridor. So essentially the Connor Street corridor, and then it encompasses the historic commercial downtown. And that doesn't completely restrict demolition. It simply requires another level of approval through the city council. So that's the story. There are historic districts out there in other parts of the state that restrict what people do with their homes, but none of those exist in Noblesville.